Almost live. Okay, we're live. Hey, folks, I'm Garrett Don, the Radical Undoing Guy, helping people convert stress into power since 2010. And I just have a quick story for you guys today. This is kind of leading up to a bigger announcement, but yeah, let's just dive right in. So why on earth would I tell someone to burn their books? This is why I told more than one client to burn their books. So why would I do that? After all, book burning has a bad rap since around midway through the last century. Not to mention if you read the book Fahrenheit 451. And you know why? Because I could literally see and feel the crushing stress that those books had trapped him in. Now, here's how I knew. Back in 2004, I moved to Carlsbad, California, and I just discovered the Radical Undoing work and dove deep into it. It took a whole pickup truck to move my book collection 19 hours down the West Coast. Then in 2005, I moved back to Eugene, Oregon. Car filled with books, and I had to leave half of them behind. Now, my good friend Ryan was doing business in San Diego, so he filled his truck with the remaining cases of books and drove them up to Oregon for me. Then, 2009, I moved to Portland, Oregon. It took me 2 trips in my Toyota to bring the stacks of books. In 2010, I decided to move back to Southern California to start Command Z, so I sold off half the books just so I could make it in one trip and not burden my friends with hauling them around up and down the coast. It was starting to feel ridiculous at that point. But even though I'd halved the collection, unbeknownst to me, the weight of the stuff I had read was still weighing down my mind and body. Now, fast forward to late 2010, and I left Ojai in Southern California and my girlfriend at the time to retreat to a beautiful A-frame house on top of a mountain in Idlewild, California. Amazing place if you've never been. Car still overflowing with books. I didn't even have a mattress, actually. I was sleeping on the carpet for the first couple of days. So I stacked all the books on these gorgeous hardwood floors into piles according to subject matter. Occult, meditation, weird spiritual systems, philosophy, psychology, self-help, personal growth, etc. I was broken, sad, and lonely. I took refuge in working on the business and going deeper with the undoing training. Now, one day I walked over to the piles of books. There was around 1,000 or so at that point, and I got paralyzed. I picked up one book, opened it up, and in a few lines, I could just tell that it was full of bullshit. I looked in another and another and another, and it was all just speculative garbage. Sweet sounding words. And another and another. And it hit me how reading all those books had nearly destroyed my soul. I believed somehow that I had to live up to all those systems, all those methods, all those practices, all those philosophies, all those promises, many contradictory to the others, and worldviews, which was impossible. I felt sick. I almost puked right then and there. Now, later that day, I put them all on eBay for low prices, and over the next week, sold them all. Fast forward to the present, when I was working with a few clients during the first Undoing 28-day intensives, I could tell they were drowning in the same sea of information that I'd been rescued from. These guys were constantly quoting this book or that, adding weird exercises to the undoing work, and even breathing wrong because some of them read some book that told them that that's how to breathe. That's when I realized that they had to metaphorically burn all the books. And that's one reason why it's called undoing. It removes the unbearable weight of all the bad information in your head and the correlated tension in your body. One specific adventure in the early intensives helped a lot of these guys burn the books in their heads and come out from under the avalanche of information suffocating them. That's probably the most important difference between the Radical Undoing training and everything else out there. All that I teach amounts to only simple body movements, basic, easy breathing, fun experiments that give you new abilities, and bold adventures in the flow of your daily life. You see what they all have in common? They're experiential. They don't require a heavy belief system. They just work so you can convert stress into power and flow and get on with your life and goals. The moral of the story, burn all the books and systems in your head. Whatever survives the fire will be the simple truth. Stop believing everything you've read. Come back home to the body and to the present. Gather experiences instead of information. And eventually you'll feel grounded and light as the breeze. Now, very soon, I'm going to announce the Intensives 3.0, easily the most fun and effective of anything I've created so far. I'll do a live run limited to 6 or 7 people so I can give you more time and attention and customize the training to your specific situation, needs, goals, and time constraints. More on all that soon. I'll be interviewing people to see if they're a good fit ASAP. If you think that you're one of those people, leave me a comment here or send me an email at garrett@radicalundoing.com. I'll get you a spot on my calendar and put you in the line for the Intensives 3.0. Talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, like I said, put them in the comment section. You can get in touch with me on Facebook, on Messenger, on Telegram at Radical Undoing, or Garrett@radicalundoing.com. If you don't hear back from me right away, reach out again because it means I missed it. All right. Much love. God bless. And remember, continue to undo.